Success. What does it take to take two? This is a classic example of what I'm talking about. Let me start over. What does it take to succeed, at least on YouTube? But I believe it applies to everything in life. Two things in my opinion. I'm sure there's more, but basically these two there are, I think, at the top of the list. Persistence and consistency. And the reason I'm bringing this up is I've been a content creator for about 13 years. Hi, Susan. Good to see you. Oh, and there goes my neighbor's pool. If you can hear that slurping sound, it's not me. Let me get back on track. I've been a content creator for about 13 years. And to be honest, I've been all over the map in terms of my content. I've had walking videos, I've had comedy sketches, travel and cooking. And then about 6 months ago, I made the decision I was going to try and focus and improve my content. But life has a way of getting in the way. And in my case, it was bronchitis. And about the beginning of the year, January, I came down with what I thought was the flu. Hey, Scorpion, good to see you. And Michael Sassano, I got a little surprise for you, so stick around. As I was saying, I got ill with bronchitis, and it just literally wiped me out to the point where I could barely produce any content. Now, I had made a commitment to do live streaming every week for at least 6 months. And so I did that despite being ill. And this is also part of that commitment. However, there's more I want to tell you about, because yesterday I launched the new video. And before we get into it, I think we're going to have to wait for the jet aircraft, which is going to pass over here in just a second. I live right under the glide path, or the flight path for landing at John Wayne Airport in Orange County. And this is a time of day where about every 2 minutes they fly overhead, so you're going to have to bear with me. Thank you, Michael. Microwave meals. Oh, yes. Well, actually, Susan, I've done my utmost not to do microwave cooking. When I cook at home, I do the real deal. And I cook actually at least 4 to 5 times a week when I come home from work, or if I'm here working on a video, I'll do that. And then when I don't have the time to do that, I go out and I'll buy like In-N-Out, or maybe El Pollo Loco. I try to get as healthy as I can, stay away from those fast food chains. You know, the one with, they have the golden something or others. Because I'm of the opinion the quality of that food has fallen drastically, and their prices are outrageous. But that's a different story. Let me get back on track, because there's a lot here I really want to cover. And as you can see, I have notes. I don't have to depend on my memory. All I have to do is depend on you, and I do. I thank each and every one of you for taking the time to watch a live stream or watch one of my edited videos, which is what we're going to get back to. I finally felt well enough to do a new edited video, and that was launched yesterday, and I will put the link in the description box later. But let me, since we're here, let me show you what the, didn't I bring it up? Maybe I didn't bring it up. I guess wouldn't you know it? I thought I had it here. Hang on, let me get it from the media. Give me a second, and we'll deal with it as the jets fly by. There it is. Give me 1 second. All right, perfect. And let's see, come on now. That, my friends, is the thumbnail. It's a little larger than I was expecting. So that's the thumbnail to my latest content, or edited content. And this came about because of a failed live stream that I did about that hangar you see below that blimp that's in flames. And I'd gone out there, I figured, you know, I had my notes, I knew what I was talking about. I did like a 20-minute live stream. Only when I came home to review it to discover, let me get it off the page there, hang on. Come on. You know, they have to come up with a better way of making it possible to delete this off the screen. It's so clumsy. All right, as I was saying, I had been planning to do a story about this blimp hangar that's in Orange County, and I went out there, did the live stream. When I watched the replay, unfortunately the signal kept cutting out, and what was really funny was that it kept cutting out where I would have the best information. When I was just, you know, rambling or walking around, it was fine. The minute I started to talk about the stuff that was important, it seemed to cut out. So what I did was I took all the fat out. And I was surprised at how much fat there was in it. Because what I did is I took the archive version and I cut it down. I cut it down to about 6.5 minutes. But I packed it. I packed it with images and material that I didn't have available to me at the time of the live stream. I think it's one of my best edited content pieces, and this is kind of the direction I want to take my channel. And that leads me kind of into this next topic, and that is, while I was ill, I spent a lot of time watching videos about how to be a better content creator. And I stumbled across this fellow by the name of Daniel Batal, B-A-T-A-L. And let me show you some of his thumbnails. This guy's amazing. Oops, come on, and there he is. Come on. Voila. This is, there you go. Okay, there's Daniel. Seems like it's not centered. Oh my God. All right. Now, the old me would get just flaming angry at the fact that things are not falling into place the way I want them to. But you know what? One of the things that I've learned to do here in the last 6 months, or it's actually been over the course of a couple of years, I'm letting things go. If it's not perfect, fine, but I'll do the best I can with what I've got. And this is the best I can until I learn how to do it better. But Daniel Batal, he has a very interesting story. He was a contractor, and in the recession around 2007, 2008, 9, thereabouts, he lost everything, and he ended up living in his truck. But he kept working, and that's when he launched his YouTube channel. And now this guy is making buku bucks teaching others how to succeed as a content creator, and he's excellent. And not only that, but he's a decent and kind individual. Now, I can't, convey that verbally here, but if you watch his work, and I'll put the link in the description box, you'll find out what I'm talking about. So let's take him down now. All right, there, boom, there we go. Come on. Yes, that. Oh, now it's time for me to shout out some people from Hawaii. And Michael Sasano, he's one of them. He's watching right this minute. Michael Sasano, Brandania, and PhotoLuke of PhotoLukeHawaii are 3 people I've gotten to know, I think, fairly well over the course of the last year or 6 months, whatever it's been. And I'm going to show you what PhotoLuke's channel looks like, because the other 2 people, Michael and Brandania, they follow PhotoLuke, but they aren't content creators. Oh my goodness, I am just struggling to speak clearly. Hang on. There you go. This is, I did a screenshot here. Come on. There you go. I did a screenshot before we went live, and this is PhotoLukeHawaii's channel. If you're interested in Hawaii and travel, I highly recommend that you go watch you know, him. And he's like Daniel. He's an easygoing guy. He's fun. He's interesting. He does this like Daniel. He's a full-time content creator, one of my goals. And he live streams 3 times a week. I believe it's Tuesday around 11:30, and then Wednesday night at around 5 o'clock California time, and then again on Friday afternoon at 11:30. So go check him out. All right, so we'll get that out of the way. All right. Hey, Scorpion, thank you. There you go. Boom. See, we're working it out. What I think also is interesting here, I want to make sure I get all this stuff. One of the things I want to tell you is that part of this commitment I have to improving my channel is to find my voice, shall we say. I've been all over the map, and I'm still struggling to narrow it down, but I'm working on it. And part of that is also to improve my production values in the equipment. Now, I've been using DaVinci Resolve here for about a year. I switched over from Premiere. Premiere was a good program, but I hated being a slave of Adobe, because basically they made you a slave. You had to pay them every month to have access to the software, and then if you didn't pay, they cut you off. Well, you know what? DaVinci Resolve is free. It's a better software than Premiere, and if you want to buy their upgraded version, you can, and it's a one-time price. And I did. I bought it. So there it is. Now that's DaVinci Resolve 18. I bought this from B&H Photo. You're right, Nosh. Software as a service is BS. I actually bought the newest version, DaVinci Resolve 19, but for whatever reason, B&H Photo, who I buy most of my camera equipment from, sent me this version, so I've got to deal with them. But they're on holiday until Thursday, so I can't even call them up. I tried to deal with it yesterday and no luck. But that's one of the things I'm planning to do. I have more plans to upgrade the equipment I'm using, and I will be discussing that in a week or two. I'm actually working on the material to show you, so I don't want to go into that too deeply. And perhaps the one thing I want to leave you with is, and again, there I go again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on lately, but I noticed that I tend to mispronounce words. I tend to slur words. I'm of the opinion the problem is I have a tendency to get wound up easily. And then when I get wound up, I start talking faster. The faster I talk, the more likely I am to trip over my own tongue and do that. So bear with me. It's one of the things I'm working on to correct, at least when I live stream. When I do an edited video and I'm recording the voiceover, it doesn't matter as much because I can go back and do multiple takes until I get it correct. But when I'm live streaming, it's important that I enunciate and articulate clearly for you and for me. So the one of the things I was going to get at, hang on, because there's 2 things I want to say before I wrap up here, and we got another jet coming. Oh, I know what I wanted to get into. And we will let the jet fly by. I appreciate your patience. Actually, there's at least 3 things. The first one is, for those of you who saw my thumbnail, it may have looked like I was in Hawaii, and I don't want to be disingenuous. I'm not in Hawaii. I've only been to Hawaii once, and that was in 1984. As I was making my way to Japan, I had a layover of 3 hours, so that really doesn't count. But the weather here in California has finally turned beautiful. It's like for almost 4 months, especially on the weekends. I don't get that. It was raining every weekend. It was cold, it was rainy, it was gloomy, and of course I was sick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the actual photo that I took to, hang on here, there you go. There you go. I took that photo this afternoon, and then I dropped out the background and put in the nice Hawaiian background. And that was partly because I wanted to be able to shout out to my friends like Michael Fasano and Brandania and PhotoLuke, because they're really decent people, and you know, they've supported me, and I thought it all kind of ties in together. And as you can see, hey, look at that. I'm wearing the same shirt. That was the whole point, is that I love wearing Hawaiian shirts, and this is the perfect weather. I haven't been able to wear one for now 6 months because of the weather. All right, now one more thing I want to show you, and then I think we'll tidy up the show. All right, hang on, come on. I wanted to show you this car. This is a 1955 Chevy, a 1950 Chevy. When I went shopping for my groceries earlier this afternoon, that was in the parking spot right next to my car. And being somebody who does product photography, what size do I wear? Can I get back to you? Because honestly, I don't know. I would say a medium to a large, but it depends on the manufacturer. Darn, you caught me by surprise. Do me a favor. How can we need to communicate directly? You know, let's do that over on the Discord server. Oh, by the way, hey, good timing. Hang on, let me finish this, and we'll talk about no. See, I'm getting all wound up. Let me start over and slow down. All right. If you want to be a part of our Discord community, I will put the link for that in the description box after I finish the show. And Michael, if you'll then contact me on the server, then we'll talk about the size, okay? I was told by the owner that's a 1950 Chevy. In fact, let me tell you the story about this. That's kind of fun. I'm gonna shrink this down a bit first, and shrink, there you go. There you go. I'm a product photographer by trade, and one of my clients is a company called Classic Performance Products. They make steering, brake, and suspension products for classic cars and trucks. And so when I saw that, I go, wow, that's cool. I have to take a picture of it. So I did that. I went in and went shopping, bought all my groceries, and as I came out, the owner of that car and his wife were getting in, and we struck up a conversation. And we just hit it off. And I thought to myself, you know what? This might make an interesting story, an edited story for my channel. So don't be surprised if you see that later this summer after we've connected and we've done something. But what I like about this is the serendipitous quality of life. Now, I took the picture simply because I thought the car was beautiful. I had no idea that this guy was going to be there precisely at the time I was going to come out to my car and go home. And there he was. And, you know, he could have blown me off, or he could have driven away just before I got there. Who knows? But I think this is going to happen. All right, so now let me close that out. And there's another one of our wonderful jets. And I think I covered everything there. Yeah, so we got all our pictures out of the way. So the last thing I want to talk about, I want to make sure, and they kind of go hand in hand. And I actually might do a separate live stream or edited story about this. And that is the importance of not giving up. There have been times when I've done this show, or after I've completed the show or posted the video, and I looked at the click-through rate or the average view duration or the number of views, and I was disappointed. But I'm a small channel, and I know that. And I can't expect to get the numbers that somebody like, let's say, John Dobb of Only in Japan, or PhotoLukeHawaii. They have a larger community. And they're much more focused than I am. Again, as I said earlier at the beginning of the program, I've been all over the map. So I got to figure out who I am, what my voice is, what my value proposition is. Because bottom line is, if I don't provide you something worth watching, you're spending your time. What, right now we're probably about 20 minutes into this. That's a lot of time in people's lives. You know, in most cases, people watch a video that's 3-6 minutes long. I've got to give you more. I'm trying to give you more. And I hope that I succeed in that goal. I don't know if I will, but I'm going to try my very best. And what I was really trying to finish up this whole live stream with is this idea that sometimes out of failure comes success. And that live stream that I did a couple of weeks ago about the blimp hangers, it failed. But when I saw it, I realized I could make something better out of it. I cut it down. I took out about 3/4 of the material, but I took a lump of coal and I polished it into a diamond. At least I think so, and I hope you think so too. And so that's what I want you to know. That's my goal. That's where I'm going, and I appreciate there I go again. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching and supporting me. So until next time, this is UFO Bob signing off, and we'll do the old thing where I press the button multiple times. Brandania! Oh, I'm glad you made it. Aloha. Brandania, are you back from Japan? Are you still there? Because the last time we communicated, you were getting on a plane, and I know you were in Okinawa, and I wasn't sure if you were heading home to Hawaii or if you're going back to Tokyo or whatever. And you're still in Okinawa. Fantastic. So there you go, guys. You know, this is wonderful. This is outstanding. Thank you all. All right, Brandani, I'm sorry you're coming at the end because I was just wrapping up the show, but I hope you watched the replay because I talked about you earlier. And with that in mind, I say aloha and mahalo and see y'all next time. Bye-bye. And Michael, we'll connect and talk about that shirt size, all right? Talk to you all later. Bye-bye, and thanks again.